Hey guys, so I got chosen to make a video on Worldly Wise Lesson 14. And because we're not allowed to talk about anything I like, such as Steph Curry in class, I'm going to take full advantage of this video. So get ready. So let's begin. So the first word is abeyance, and it means a state of inactivity or suspension, and it's usually temporary. So when Steph Curry gets injured, he doesn't. If it's a minor injury, then he only doesn't play for like 5 games maybe or 10. You're not out for the entire season. So that's what abeyance is. Another one is if you do something wrong in school, you get suspended. But if it's something completely bad, then you get expelled. So the opposite of abeyance would be like a permanent change, such as expulsion. Second word is buttress, and I said there's two definitions. The first one is a noun, and it's a projecting structure that supports a wall or building, and also it's anything that just supports or protects. So an example of a buttress would be this. So it's kind of like holding the building up. Another example would be this and this. So the second definition, which is a verb, is to support or strengthen. So it's just the same thing. Commensurate, it's an adjective and it means corresponding in size, degree, or amount. Proportionate of equal value. So if you at work, if they add more load to your if they give you more responsibilities, then they also increase your paycheck. So it's a commensurate of your responsibilities. Dilatory means slow to act or respond, delaying, tardy. See, Hagop is the complete opposite of this because Hagop is always the first one to react to any classcraft challenge. He's the only one to raise his hand in class. The fifth word is ecumenical, and it means universal, inclusive, especially concerning religious matters. So it's an adjective, so you can say an ecumenical argument, which is an argument that everyone in the world is like refers to everyone in the world. Facade has two definitions. The first one is the front or face of a building, and the second one is the one that we usually use. It's a superficial appearance, an illusion. So Hagop usually puts on a facade that he's good at classcraft, but he's really not. He's really not. Gargoyle is a noun, and it means a grotesque stone figure used as a decorative feature on a building or as an ornament. Usually in like the Halloween Town movies, they show these. This is these are examples of some gargoyles, like this one, and then yeah. The other word is moot, and it means it's a verb and it means to debate, suggest, or discuss. So JSA is an event where it's a convention where you moot. And then the second definition is an adjective and it means deprived of significance, irrelevant. So the medal that Hagop wears is irrelevant. It's moot because it's a moot medal because he only won it due to the Kirkbusters. Pinnacle, it's a noun and it means a tall, slender, pointed top, peak. So let me pull up an example of a pinnacle. Pinnacle. So this is the top of a mountain. It's showing pictures of the top of a mountain because it's the peak. And then it's also the highest point of achievement. So you could take it the literal way, which is the peak of a mountain, or you could take it as the peak of your existence, or like you've reached your self-actualization and you can't achieve more than that. And then the next word is requiem, and it means a funeral mass or service, a musical composition honoring the dead. Oh, fun. Okay, so it's literally a funeral. And then the next word is sacrosanct, and it's an adjective and it means highly sacred or holy, not to be violated. So usually things at our school, some things at our school are highly sacred or holy. Like when we go to the church, we can't talk because it's a holy place. But this is kind of a step beyond. So more religious people, the people that like the more radical people, have a lot of items that are holy and can't be touched. Sensuous has two definitions. It's an adjective, and it means coming from or acting on the senses. So you use your if you're a sensuous person, then you use your senses to react instead of like your instead of not thinking. And then the second definition is producing an agreeable effect on the senses. So it's the same thing, except you react based on your senses. Tenet is a noun, and it's a principle or belief held to be true, especially by members of an organization. So the tenet for Red Cross could be that, like, to help people. That could be a tenet. So every organization should have one because it kind of summarizes their goal and it should be what they believe in. The next word is transcend, and it's a verb, and it means to go above the limits of, to exceed or surpass. Most of our teachers want us to transcend beyond what they give us, to study harder, to study extra hours, not just in school. And then the last word is venue, and it's pretty easy. The scene or locale of any action or event, the place of an alleged crime. So our formal venue was at Castaway, but then the second definition kind of says the place of an alleged crime. So the venue of his arrest was at the bank because he robbed it. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed looking at my pillow because I always do. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.